anything can happen. And this weekend, anything did happen, including the Dallas Cowboys losing in overtime to the Jacksonville Jaguars. And they have made our lives so much simpler. As now, for the final 3 games, all the Philadelphia Eagles need to do is win one of the three, and Dallas loses one of the three. Or we win all, or yo, we could lose against Dallas on Christmas Eve, win one more game, and still lock up the 1 seed.
Mm-hmm.
Like, fucking thank you, Doug Peterson.
It's gonna be a sweeter. We're not losing at Dallas. It's gonna be that sweet and that much better when we lock up the division and we lock up the number 1 seed against Dallas on primetime football, Christmas Eve in Dallas. It does not get better than this.
What a showdown we are looking at, bro. I feel like Dallas week was always when the Eagles were winning NFC championships every year, or I mean going to NFC championships every year, and then the '08 seasons and stuff. I feel like Dallas and our rivalry was so much bigger then, to where the last couple, and even just a couple years ago, to where the last couple years we kind of fell off because the Eagles were. I mean, of course, it was us and them battling for the division, but both teams kind of stunk. And then Dak got hurt, so that took a lot of the flame out last year. And it's like both these teams are really good. Both these teams are really dangerous, and both of these teams got a legit shot to win a championship, right? And now, if this game would, the only thing that can make this game better is if it was a week 18, winner gets the 1 seed, loser plays 5 seed. But it's like this game has everything. It has everything. It has the storylines. It has the Micah between the offensive line chirp. It has both teams coming off of games in which they didn't play their best. Philly gets out with the dub. Dallas coming in off of an L. It's got, again, and it's just Philly Dallas. This game's gonna have storylines everywhere. I'm fucking excited. I'm ready to bet some Cowboys fans a couple of things, whether it's things that we do on the show. If it's I'm ready to make another tattoo bet. I don't give a damn. I ain't making no tattoo bet, but we're winning. How excited are you guys about that game? And talk to me about Dallas and Jacksonville.
So you already know how I feel about my Jags. I did pick them. You guys went against them. Again, I think that they are a hot young team, and they're just trending in the right direction. That boy Trevor Lawrence is Himothy. He is nice. He's gonna be with the Joe Burrows, and he might even surpass Justin Herbert next year. I still think he has some things that crinkle out, but I'm telling you, this kid is going to be good. I told you, Travis Etienne, he went for over 100. He had 2 catches, I think like 24 yards. So he had over 120 purpose yards. I said that too. And this is the thing. It's not that I don't think that Dallas is a good team. It's exactly what I said last week. They were still winning with Cooper Rush. So they have the talent both on offense and defense. The person who I think is overrated and doesn't make the team that much better than they think is Dak Prescott, because he always makes the turnovers at the right time. Not the right time for his team, but for the other team. And it literally showed today. You're driving down the field, you got the ball back already, and you throw a pick 6 to end the game. How cliche of a Cowboys team is that? It just speaks.
This is the dude.
Go ahead.
I'm sorry. This is the dude that in a playoff game with no timeouts ran a fucking quarterback draw and got stuck and ran his team out the playoff with no time left on the clock. So if you comes down to Dak making good decisions, that fucking ship has sailed. That ship it went out to the middle of the sea and then it sunk. Ain't no way it's coming back. But go ahead, D. I'm sorry. I remember that. I wanted to point it out.
No. And I agree. It's just simple mistakes that he continuously mistakes that he makes at this point in time of his career. Like, you're not getting better with making these decisions, and these are crucial, critical games. If he makes this, if they win this game, it makes their road to the playoffs and in the playoffs a little bit much better. But I'm telling you, it's not that I don't believe in the Cowboys. I think that Dak just makes too many bad mistakes at the wrong times.
Yeah. And so every Monday morning, it's like clockwork. Every Monday morning, I text a group of Cowboys fans. I keep them in a group chat. And I swear to God, I text them. I say something bad because half of them love Dak. The other half hate Dak. So I text them in a group and then they fight. The last 2 Mondays, I had them fight. Dude, I text them at 9 o'clock in the morning. I don't look at my phone. I come back at fucking 1 o'clock. They're still arguing. So it's like my new favorite thing to do. But I text them today and I'm like, yo, boys, as much as I've been on them, like, yo, that pass that he threw to Hendershot, that was a fucking dime. Dak made some dimes. He made some decent decisions. He made some good plays where he extended it. He moved around in the pocket. But then it always comes back to the same thing. Was that interception for a touchdown 100% on him? No. Noah Brown got his hands on it. He should catch it. But it wasn't a good pass. By any stretch, it was not a good pass. It could have been 100% better. But instead, boy, Jenkins takes it back. Dallas loses.
And it's not only that.
Like a schoolgirl.
What were they winning at one point? 27-10 or something?
Yo, I got you. I have it up.
Because they were literally, they had control of that game.
21-7 at halftime.
21-7 at halftime. And then I believe it was like 28 or 27, something. 27-10, I think, at one point, if I'm not mistaken. I could be wrong.
Yeah, it was 20. It was 20. Jacksonville threw a pick. Dallas couldn't really move the ball. They kick a field goal. They went up 27-10. And then it started from there.
That's what I'm saying. But at that point, you're like, all right, this game is over. Because, Dallas has good running backs. So you're figuring, all right, they're just going to run the ball. Their defense is going to stop, Trevor Lawrence, because at that point, you have to throw the ball. And they just let them come back, and it's just laughable. I love it.
Tom, how'd you feel on it?
I mean, I'm with you guys. I mean, I'm just glad that Jacksonville was able to come back from the turnovers. I know ETN fumbled. I know Trevor Lawrence fumbled, and I know he threw a pick. So that was 3 turnovers right there, and Jacksonville still was able to pull the game out. But my biggest thing on the game is how good Dallas's defensive front 7 is and how good they've been playing. They were only able to get 1 total sack on Trevor Lawrence today. And another thing that stuck out. Yeah, exactly. And another thing that stuck out was they were only able to get 1 tackle for a loss today, which means every single offensive play that was a completion or a run was for no gain or positive yards. Only 1 play on the offense was for negative yards. That's huge for going up against a defense like Dallas, in my opinion.
It is.
So a game like that, I thought Trevor Lawrence, like Derek was texting in a group, Trevor Lawrence zoned in like he did it seems like he does all the time in the second half, just like he just zoned in. Dougie Peterson, like I said, if anybody knows how to beat Dallas, it's going to be Doug Peterson. Knows how to beat Dallas. He's played him multiple times. He did it for Philly. Not only did he do it just to try to make a wild card team, he knew Philly wanted it. He wanted this loss. He helped Philly out, and Dougie P for the win, baby.
So
I just want to chime in before you go, Ryan.
No, we're staying on this.
No, I know. The excitement on Doug Peterson when they won, it was electric.
Love it.
Yo, electric. That's how I want my head coach to be when we win. When we beat a team like that. I mean, you would think they won the fucking Super Bowl. He was jumping up, throw his headset, throw everything. Because they beat the Dallas Cowboys.
He still don't like Dallas. He can't. You can't be in the city for 4 or 5 years, win a Super Bowl here. You played here as a player, grow to hate Dallas because if you're the coach, you got to hate Dallas, or at least you got to, and then go out and play them and not feel good when you do something like that. And let's talk about your boy, Trevor Lawrence, 27 for 42, 318 yards, 4 touchdowns, 1 pick. And I'm ready to say he's going to win a second consecutive AFC Offensive Player of the Week because
he has to.
My bet was Josh Allen, and I think Josh Allen is a solid 2, maybe solid 3. There was some good performers in the AFC this week, but Trevor Lawrence, to do what he did to beat one of the best teams in the NFC, to keep his team alive on a day where the Titans went down and now you're only one game out of your division. You're not looking at the Patriots. You're not looking at the Chargers and those teams that are chasing that wild card spot. You're not looking at them. Now you're looking at Tennessee, who just continues to lose games. And now somehow at 6-8, pretty sure Jacksonville's one game out.
Dude, right. Trevor Lawrence and Doug Peterson was a marriage made in heaven, because who better to coach this kid than Dougie P, who coached Carson Wentz when, he was at his best. If he didn't get injured that year, he probably would have won MVP when we went to the Super Bowl. So who better to coach this kid than Doug Peterson? Like you said, I didn't think that Doug Peterson was a coach that, probably will stay there for years, but if these two can keep on clicking on on all cylinders like they are, who knows what their ceiling is at this point.
Yeah. Listen,
especially if you bring in some veteran talent too.
Yeah, I definitely want to check out what their salary cap and draft stock is looking like, because they can add some pieces, but when they got a lot of young pieces. Jacksonville's been drafting in the top 10 for a long time.
Yeah.
But it's like this team gives me that 2016, 2017 Philadelphia Eagles team when the first year of Carson, his rookie year, and the first year of Doug Peterson, to where it was like, okay, they made us think we had a chance at playoffs, but realistically we were going to fall a little bit short. We were 7-9 that year. And but they showed a lot of promise. They showed like some learning curves. They showed that, all right, this team, if we put some pieces around, this team could be really good. And the following offseason, they went and did it. And Jacksonville has that vibe right now. They got winning cures a lot. And Jacksonville has been losing for a very long time. And that locker room is exuberant. And those players are like, I mean, dude, you just see it's like there's life. There's not much life in 6-win teams when there's only 3 weeks left, but there's life. And they got a realistic chance, just like the Detroit Lions, to go from one of the worst records to a playoff berth, and I would love to see it.
It would be nice. So I've been riding on them the past couple weeks, so
you have on that. All right, Tom, you better get your second one ready. Come on, Tommy boy.
I just hope Derek can actually beat me finally.
I probably can't.
What, in a chug off?
What did you say? You have a wide throat?
He does. I
have a deep throat.
What? He said, all right, that was 44 minutes in, 45 seconds. We are clipping that. Tom telling the world he has a deep throat. No. It's not just a wide throat. It's a deep throat.
Deep throat. Yeah.
It's a fact.
Yo, so let me tell you how. No, but yeah, so the Vikings fall just short. Great game. Tom Flynn Lock of the Week is still going to be here every week. 3-5 as of right now, but we'll get there. But yo, tell me how we're at Mike's son's birthday party, and the Eagles win, and we all let's go. We give little daps, right? Little daps. Nothing crazy. We don't fucking explode or nothing. The Dallas games. Oh, Tom, real quick, your mother wants to know if you have to wear spandex. Does Tommy have to wear spandex?
No, because the Bengals are going to the Super Bowl. Not
yet, Marie. Not yet. But he's going to. Him and Derek in spandex. Do you want to come? But no, so we're at Mike's house, and the Eagles win. We dap each other up. Me, Mike, his son. And it's kind of quiet. We're like kind of more relieved that we got out of that game with a dub. To where they cut to the Dallas game, and it gets into overtime, and we're sitting there and we're watching, and it's like, fuck, man, Dallas is driving. They're about to go. They're going to win this game. And that interception happens, and the three of us explode like we're just like giddy, jumping around, like go. And somebody walks in, and they're like, what, did the Eagles just win? And we're like, no, that happened 20 minutes ago. Dallas just lost. And they're cracking up. They're like, look at you guys. You guys barely made a noise when the Eagles won. But when Dallas loses, you guys are going crazy. I'm like, because now it's the perfect combination. Both happen.
Yeah, it was crazy because, like, I'm watching a game, like I was watching like ESPN, the Gamecast or whatever on my phone. So I'm like, just I was like, so at that point, I kind of was over the Eagles game just because I feel like that was a scrappy win that I wanted to win by more. I wanted them to show more, and it was just a cold game where I felt like we should have ran the ball more, but instead we put it in Jalen Hurts' hands to throw it. He made some bad decisions today. What can I say? He didn't look all that, but I'm like, just fuck it. The Eagles won. I think it was when AJ Brown went on a slant and he caught the ball for the first down. It was pretty much over at that point. They had no timeouts. We were just going to kneel the ball out. I'm like, yo, just go to the Jags game. Go to the Jags game. They finally cut to it. It was right at the coin toss. Jags get the ball. I'm like, yes. Just fast forward. They're driving. Cowboys. Dude, as soon as he caught the interception, I knew it was a touchdown. I fucking got up, started screaming. I screamed so much and cheered that I spit all over Eli's chicken nuggets. And was like, yo, you just spit all over me. I'm like, you don't understand. The Cowboys just lost. I'm like, I don't even know. I called the Jaguars like the Jaguars or something, or like some crazy name. She's like, that's not even how you say it. Just sit down. Like, yeah, I went nuts. Like, it was crazy. That was just such a good feeling to see the Cowboys lose to the Jaguars, who I've been backing for a couple weeks now.
Bro. Yeah, you should have heard me, Derek. You live